Okay, questions. What kind of grip work is good for elbow tendonitis? I had a problem with a cyst in my elbow. It wasn't really tendonitis, but the grip work is kind of the same. I did a lot of wrist roller stuff. We have a 2-inch PVC pipe with a rope hanging off it. We should probably get it for this, but I put like a 10-pound plate in it and just roll it up and roll it down.
All right, let's go grab it.
It's really stupid. We're explaining like, here's how you use a wrist roller. We have a wrist roller. Okay, this is the wrist roller. It's just a piece of PVC pipe with a rope on it. The ropes, we drilled a hole through it. Rope goes through, and you just kind of roll it up. The plate would be attached here, through here, you clip to itself, and you just do both directions. Hold the wrist like this, and it really works your forearms, basically any kind of forearm, forget the medical terms, but go backwards and forwards and you'll hit the right muscles.
Question is, do raw lifters do a lot of overhead work? I actually usually do one shoulder press movement at least once a week, usually on both bench days. Dumbbells, overhead press, fat bar overhead press, whichever.
Questions on what do you do if you're injured and do you still do max effort movements? I think one, you have to clarify what your injury is. Like when I had a partially torn tendon in my shoulder, I didn't do any max effort benching because I was at risk for tearing it and making the injury worse. So you kind of need to figure out what your injury is and know, is it just something that kind of hurts or are you going to make it worse? Also, you don't want to go back hard enough that you're going to impair your recovery. So I would just train around it as best you can. Okay, so this question's about symmetry issues with a max effort squat. First of all, when you max and you get really close to your max, stuff's going to happen. Your form's not going to be perfect, so don't kill yourself over it. But I've had a couple of different symmetry issues. One, I always had the bar was very crooked, and that was because I always had my right hand overhand when I deadlifted. So I had to start using my left hand overhand and alternating more because my right trap was overdeveloped. I also had an issue where I was twisting coming up out of the hole, and that one was actually my right quad and hip flexor were overly tight, and my left hamstring was overly tight. Definitely if you have something like that, go to a chiropractor. That's what I did. And a chiropractor did a full evaluation, make sure my spine's straight, make sure my hips are balanced, make sure my legs were the same length and everything. At the end of the day, he's like, yep, your right quad's tight, your left hamstring's tight, stretch more. So it's definitely something you should visit a chiropractor about.
The question is, what do we do during our deloads and how they differ from our normal workouts? One thing we do is we totally get rid of our gear. No squat suits, no bench shirts during deload week. And this is for a regular training deload, not deloading for a meet. We also get rid of bands, chains, to a large degree. Most of our more esoteric assistance lifts, we're not going to be doing dimmels and shit.
Are you playing Scrabble?
Yes, I'm playing Scrabble. Calm down.
There's not enough letters for that.
Nerdiest gym in the West. And we'll kind of do more volume stuff, but a lot less intensity. I'm thinking 5x5 with 50-60% of our weight.
And CrossFit.
No CrossFit. Don't listen to Becky.
CrossFit.
This question's about my neck. I don't do any neck training actually. Basically just a lot of heavy deadlifting and your traps get bigger. Because otherwise you can't deadlift heavy with small traps. You won't see anyone do it.
Okay, the question is, do I think that the women's elite classifications are too low? Personally, I kind of think that all the elite classifications are too low, but the women's especially. I don't feel like you should be able to hit a single play elite raw. The end.
Filming pigs or me?
I'm filming the fact that you're using your stomach as a phone rest. The question is about using your stomach when you squat when you don't actually have a stomach. Thanks.
Becky's there. Or Suzanne.
Thank you.
Well, first just put two people in one belt. But anyway, you really, you can't get the stretch reflexor from bouncing your stomach off your belt or your, legs or anything. Stop that.
So really you just have to focus on breathing into your stomach and really pushing out against your belt and getting your belt tight enough that you can really get some support by doing that.